What's up, Jit? We are in the kitchen, which means we're getting into another recipe video. Today, I'm showing you how to make bagel egg. Before we start, you need to know everything that we're gonna need. Here's everything you need to make bagel egg. Non-stick pan. This is great for eggs and fish. That's about it. Any type of bagel that you like. I got plain bagels. They're just from the supermarket. If you can get nice deli bagels, go ahead and get that. Cream cheese, butter, not just any butter, Kerrygold butter, okay? You have to get the premium ingredients if you want a premium product. Same with the eggs, the happy eggs. People ask, how are your eggs so yellow? They're almost like orange. It's because you gotta get the expensive eggs. When I first started living on my own and I was in college, my mom would send me money for groceries. And I was showing her that I was buying like, oh mom, look, I get 36 eggs for like $5, whatever. She's like, Josh, you eat eggs every day. You need to be getting the right eggs. They're different nutritionally. You can just look at the two things and tell. We're gonna crack these eggs and scramble them up. You'll see for yourself. But she was like, Josh, I'm funding your groceries, so you're gonna make the decision that I want you to make. And if it costs you like, $2 or $3 extra and you can't budget that, I'll send you the $2 or $3 so you can get the good eggs. And I was like, okay, mom, like, you don't have to send me extra money. I'll get the good eggs. Now that I'm buying my own groceries, still get the good eggs. It's a good investment, especially if it's something you're gonna be eating every day. And if you wanna make the bagel egg the right way, you need good eggs. Okay, so let's get right into it. The first thing that I do is I put my pan on the element, put it about medium. I just crank the toaster to on. I just keep it on. I don't worry about the time. The temperature is set to 350, if that matters. Gonna get my bagel out. Kind of gotta like move it back and forth. I just made a mess, but I typically do it over the sink, but I wanted you guys to see. Throw that in there. Now we're gonna come over here and we're gonna crack our eggs. Some people scramble the eggs in the pan. You will not get a good scramble. You won't. Not as good of a scramble as I'm about to show you how we get down over here. I'm rocking with the 3 eggs. You could do 2 if you want. Sometimes I get crazy and I do 4. This recipe is heavily modifiable. I've had it 2 eggs in a whole bagel, 2 eggs, half a bagel, 3 eggs, half a bagel. Like you're about to see 3 eggs, whole bagel, 4 eggs, whole bagel. It's easily scalable. Now we're gonna season the eggs. First up is salt. I like to put a lot of salt because I have the eggs with the bagel and the taste of the bagel and the cream cheese really calm down the salt. Also, the sodium's good in the morning because it gets you drinking water. Hit it with some pepper also to kind of balance that out. Next, a little bit of garlic powder. Who taught me this? My stepdad. Now we're gonna really scramble the eggs. This is why I don't do it in the pan. We have to whisk the eggs. I think it's called aerate. I think we're gonna aerate the eggs. It's this circular motion you do with the fork that it folds in air into the eggs. Just watch. So you have this automatic mixer of a wrist. I'm doing these circular motions. This is how you scramble and beat an egg. You can see bubbles starting to form. That's what you want to see. And I beat the crap out of these eggs. I beat them smooth, I beat them fluffy. We're adding air into this mixture here. I think that's good. Check on the bagel. I can see that this inside edge is getting toasted. I'm rotating. Both of them. We're rotating. I'm cutting about half a tablespoon of butter. I just eyeball it. It's this much. Okay? Look at the width. It's about this much butter, okay? I'd say the pan's a little too hot. It's gonna be fine. Butter's not burning. But this is what you want. You want to see it sizzling and bubbling. That's the water evaporating out of the butter. Look at these bubbly ass eggs. Pour them right in. I'm gonna give the bowl a quick rinse. It makes cleaning up so much easier when you rinse out the bowl because the eggs will start to stick. And all we're doing here is we're going around and we're just pushing everything to the center. Constant, perpetual motion, pushing to the center. This isn't Gordon Ramsay's, you know, like perfect, low temperature, slow cooked scrambled egg. But this is my version of a fast, efficient scrambled egg. And you want to keep scraping the sides, how I'm doing here. It's gonna make cleanup easier, and you don't want to freaking waste any of your eggs. You spend all this money on good eggs, you want to make sure you eat all of them. And eggs are kind of like clay or like Play-Doh, where as it's cooking and it's still kind of in this like wet stage, you can keep combining them and they'll like reform. Okay, it's getting pretty hot. I'm taking it off the heat. I'm moving it over here. They say cooked egg on the pan is overcooked on the plate, because eggs will cook, scrambled eggs will cook at room temperature, actually, like after you've already started the cooking process. Like if you leave them out, they'll like continue to cook. So these are gonna dry out. You know, I don't really like my eggs wet. They're gonna dry out and they're gonna be fine. I chop them into little bits and pieces. I think it makes it fit on the bagel better. Let's get that bagel before it burns. Turn that off. Check this out. Bang. Come on. 1, 2. Let's check the toast on these. They look a little bit overdone. Not bad. A little dark for my liking, but you know, we were talking, so it's tutorial time. Now we're spreading the cream cheese. Okay, some people struggle with this. I'm Jewish, so that couldn't be me. I've spread many a cream cheese on bagels. Let's hit that for the one time. Okay, this is how you get a little scoop like that. You saw that, like that's what you want to do, right? It'll set you up for success. And it's almost like fanning a deck of cards, if you guys know how to do that, where you sort of like make a tilt in the cards first. You have to have slight tilt here when we're doing the spread, right guys? See that tilt between the knife? I mean, it's art, really. It's art. So same thing again here. Second bagel, gonna get a nice glob, place, schmear. All we're doing is schmearing. Perfect every time. Wipe off the excess, make it even. It's beautiful. You know, I actually like everything bagels over plain bagels, but they make such a mess in the toaster and cleaning up. Man, make a mess all over the gosh darn kitchen. Get yourself the everything bagel seasoning here. And we're just gonna get a nice sprinkle going. There we go. Perfect. Bring the eggs over. We're gonna just slide them. Just slide them right onto the bagel from the pan. Give a little smush. Helps them stick to that cream cheese. Bang. This is bagel egg. It's steaming. Can you see that? She's beautiful. Best served with a tall, cold glass of milk, and then I keep the gallon on the table just in case we need to top it off, just in case that's not enough. That's all. Thank you for watching. Have a good one.